to take this journey together with me. My name is Ron Wells. And yeah, guys, so one of the top questions that we get is, can car detailing be done in the snow? So the best way I could answer that is obviously yes and no, depending on your market. So if you're marketing towards like luxury clientele, then most likely they have already garage anyway. So totally you could still do this in the snow, but the demand for that is going to be when it's specifically snowing and that particular time period is going to be lower versus when it snowed and the next day after, when it no longer snows, demand is obviously higher because people want to clean their cars. They want to get you want to get it done. They don't want it to be riding all kind of with the dirty cars, so they don't want to go through that. So instead what they focus on is many people simply reach out the next day to whoever the detailer is. And if you're local, definitely guys, you're gonna get the privilege because you're local. It makes total sense. Now if you ain't local, then you got to work with somebody who is local. And of course, we show you how to do that on Hypeism, how to connect with freedom founders who are local and get together and help them build businesses. That's a core area of focus of Hypeism, helping people get connected. Now, of course, if you guys wanted to learn how to get connected with people who have a business and serve their needs while in the process learn and earn your way to profits, then send an email to info@hypeism.com. Now the question is, can you actually do detailing in the snow? And the answer is, like, literally guys, if you do that on the snow, it's just going to be, just think about it, snow is going to be on top of the car. If you don't have a place like a garage to do it at, then obviously it's not going to make much sense. If you do have a garage to do it, sometimes it's filled up with all the materials and you really don't have a garage, but you still have it for materials, which is still good to like do the internal. You could still do internal detailing during the snow, which is when this is when you should be running the ads campaign for internal detailing. That is when it's getting the strongest, because people want to they want to clean their car. They don't really want to kind of pay too much money. But then again, in our particular case, we are targeting luxury clientele, so they definitely have the money, guys. So they definitely have the money. But when it comes to making that decision whether you should do this in the snow or not, ask yourself first question. Number one, does your audience have a garage? If the answer is yes, then yes, that means you could still do it. Now, whether or not you'll be able to do it, it depends on how good of a relationship you have with the customer. So guys, what we always do, we develop those relationships with our customers to make them feel comfortable that we could even do this in the snow in their own garage. So this way, their car can still be clean. They don't really have to go to any other place and take the risk of getting car being dirty. Instead, they just get the luxury of us, or car detailing, Freedom Fusion Detailing, coming down and doing the detailing for them in the garage. So it becomes very beneficial when you have this relationship built during the snow days. Now, keep something in mind, guys. When you do this, you may be doing this like as a side hustle. You may not necessarily be doing this as a full-time thing. And yeah, guys, like literally when it's snow, what we do, we pivot to, like, today I was working on a luxury pet brand. So when things are not working and you can't do the car detailing, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't do internal car detailing. You could still do internal car detailing. You just got to run the campaigns, marketing campaigns for internal car detailing. Please save drive. Yes, we got snow over here. We got a lot of folks right now like literally struggling through those snow days. But yeah, I mean, I spoke with my nephew today, and my nephew is going to my other nephew's birthday, so I wasn't invited. But that's cool. So Like that's why we couldn't do car detailing today. But the other reason is snow day. Well, like, I mean, that is not to say that we can't do it, and it's actually a pretty good thing for us to do it during snow day, because then then the foam kind of matches the snow, and we don't really have to worry about foam removal. So that's kind of there's a little benefit to that, of doing that on the snow. You from host, please safe drive. So guys, definitely thank you for joining. And what I did today, guys, I did something interesting for you, in case if you happen to be like from overseas and struggling to make money, that kind of stuff. There's certain ingredients that you want to follow, like that will allow you to make that money. So the first thing is, you definitely want to be together with people that are making money, and also with the people who are not making money. You got to have combination of both. In the beginning of your journey, 90% of the 90% of what you do needs to be with people who are not making money. That's like literally the key, guys. Why? Because they understand the struggles you're going through. They understand that like you guys are learning together. So this is why I always recommend people go with somebody who is not making any money. In 90% of the cases, not making any money, but trying to build something. Trying to build something that will result in some sort of money, but it's not, it's far away, it's not clear, it's not ready. Those are the type of people you want to be on, together, guys. So if you're from India, and it's obviously it's not snowing in India, but if you're from India, guys, like, look, I mean, you gotta team up. We gotta team up with Freedom Founders in America, and Hypeism is our directory, American directory. It's only $20 to sign up, and you get connected. You have your own profile, and this is a gazillion times easier than trying to like go to some of those sites. Like the other day, I decided to register just for the ha-has for one of those sites where that connects business owners with UGC creators. And I was like, I bet, let me go see like what the price is. The minimum plan is like $600 a month. That is ridiculous. $600 a month for minimum plan. But I get it. They got like the multi-million-dollar company. They gotta have the right prices and whatnot. But for 99% of the population out there, and folks from India, from other countries, that is not an option. You can't be paying $600 per month for some UGC creators. And if you're trying to spawn a brand, it's just it's crazy. No, it doesn't work that way. So what we did, we built Hypeism. Hypeism is $20. You register, $20. You have your beautiful profile. Obviously, when you have your profile, it places you on our radar, meaning you're part of the Freedom Fusion System radar. Anybody who registered on Hypeism, they go through like different funnels, but one of the funnels that they go through happens to be through Freedom Fusion System CRM. This is where we capture all of your information, like who you are, freedom, whether you're a Freedom Founder, whether you're a Feudal Lord. We figured out who you are, and then we interview you. We'll go through this discovery call. It takes $20 to verify you and interview you and help you get set up with your own profile. Now, that's like the first step for American Feudal Lords to even see you guys. Like literally, otherwise you're gonna be on any of those saturated sites like LinkedIn, Upwork. None of that stuff works anyway. Like nobody introduces you on those sites. You just have a dummy profile that doesn't really do anything for you. So what we did, we built an American directory that makes it easier for non-American businesses to connect with American businesses and have Freedom Founders like you guys from overseas helping those American businesses without paying arm and a leg. So guys, now the question is like, what about the snow day? What about like car detailing? What about all that? What about all this? Guys, car detailing, just one of the businesses. Like we have multiple businesses, guys, multiple Feudal Lords that you could serve. Car detailing just happens to be, you know, something. I like businesses that are instant, something that you could just like show the transformation in, because it's gazillion times easier to sell. Like literally, guys, it took 1 week to set it up, and right now I'm literally already posting it for 15 G's, for $15,000 to flip the business. So it took me 1 week to set it up. So some of you will be like, well, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm ready to do the flip. You see, guys, the truth is, like, you gotta ask yourself, Do you want to make, how much money do you want to make per month? If you're shooting for like 60K per month, that is doable. My digital tailor already pulled in 138K, 138,000 this year, and the year hasn't even barely started, guys. So like, what the hell is this mentor doing? Guys, look, I spoke with the digital tailor. I told her, look, here's my struggles. I haven't made any money at all. I'm just like, I'm being like a son. I'm all over the place. I explained it to her and she was like, I bet, let's work this out. So I started working with her, and we created a plan to build a luxury pet brand, but also in parallel to constantly keep coming back to her and telling her like, this is what I'm doing, this is what and every time I come back to her, she'll be like, hi, do this, do that, etc. And yeah, guys, I mean, that's how you want to do it. You gotta have a digital tailor who can tailor your life and business that you're trying to build. Now, in regards to snow and everything relevant to the snow, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, look, snow or no snow, you still got to make money with multiple income streams. Like, I'm going to give you a couple of income streams that are just amazing for you as a person, somebody who could be like, literally be super excited. So if you're in America, I'm going to first describe like what you could do if you're in America, okay? So this way you're going to be happy. And then, of course, I'm going to describe what you could do if you're not in America, and how you could combine forces together to win together faster without too many middlemen in between. So that's what I'm going to describe right now. So obviously, guys, as you know, if you do car detailing as a business, the first thing you got to ask is, I mean, do you really want to do this, or do you want to just like flip it, just build it real quick, the minimum viable business, and then just flip it? Like, that's the first thing you got to ask. If you want to flip it, there's nothing wrong with that. You just need to have a system. You need to have a bunch of folks from overseas lined up and connected to the Freedom Fusion System CRM, working together, elevating your business. But once you do, guys, it's going to be fairly easy. So what you do, you get a car, and of course in the winter, like, this is the best time when you run the campaigns. When it snows, the next day, a lot of people be like, man, my car is dirty, I need to get it clean. And next thing you know, you're getting like overloaded by all the customers. This is the time where you want to be funneling the heck out of them and preparing the next steps for them. Like, the next steps obviously going to be placing them, giving them some coupons, giving them some tips for how to clean the car, that kind of stuff. You could set it up, literally all of this in the matter of 3 hours. All of those email nurturing campaigns, all of those ads you could set up. Maybe it will take you a week to understand how to set up the ads and the marketing angles. Once you set up the ads and you have some equipment and you already listed your company on one of those sites where you flip the business, it's literally like in 1 week you could get away with maybe 15 G's. So for us, it was like literally 1 week it took to build a brand. And you could take a look at our YouTube channel to see how we're building in real time. So this way you could see that it's possible and start doing the same exact thing. But here's what you need to do. Like, if you're gonna do this in snow, remember, guys, snow is like, why is this such a good thing to do this in snow? On snow, you could do internal detailing. Internal detailing people really need, because even if the car is dirty, they'll be like, I'm willing to pay for internal detailing. Now, of course, it's the best when you do a combination of internal and external detailing. You get the most buck for your money. But when it comes to snow, there's this concept of like, why the hell should I clean my car when it's going to get dirty again? But that easily gets canceled out if you're targeting luxury clientele who already have their like garages, that kind of stuff, where their car is already in the garage. So that doesn't really matter. It no longer becomes a huge worry anymore, guys. So at the end of the day, guys, look, if you are an American person and you wanted to make extra income, all you got to do is, number one, build a brand, car detailing. Number two, flip it. Number three, if things are snowing and you really don't feel comfortable like doing anything, do something else. Go around, do some Uber Eats, make some money in the snow. You get a really good, like, tips coming in really well during snow time when you do Uber Eats. Like, really, guys, it's the best fun time to do Uber Eats, when you do car detail. When it's snowy day, you can't do car detailing, do Uber Eats. Guys, that's the best way. Like, if you do Uber Eats, man, you're gonna be spawning money on a snow day. Holy smokes. Now, why do I like to do Uber Eats? Like, how come I just like to do that? How come I don't do other things? Well, I still do other things, just do them at different times, guys. So, but Uber Eats is kind of because you could sometimes you get free food, sometimes you I mean you get really a lot more tips during the snow days, and of course what happens is you become more like a comfortable type of person. You no longer become like a discomfortable type of person when you do Uber Eats, because you know you could still build your brand, you could still talk about it, you could do personal brand, that kind of stuff, and of course in the process combine it with your pet brand. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get some food. I'll talk to you a bit later. I'll create another video